Lights are kind of a back and forth when it comes to aquariums. What's the perfect light? What light do I need for my setup? What's too strong? What's not good enough? Well, today we are going to talk about ways to save you money when it comes to buying lights for your aquarium. I'm James and you're watching Dog Aquatics. I do apologize about not having this video out earlier today, but we were trying to film last night and all the lights to all the tanks shut off, and then they don't come on till 10 a.m. and so then here we are filming. So let's talk about first the different types of lights that you see out there, whether it's a full spectrum 24-inch lifeguard. This is both for planted freshwater and saltwater light or saltwater aquariums. You can see it's just LEDs, but it's a $100 light. I know that's upside down. Then you come over here, Lumen light, again LEDs, $153. Then you get to the one, I actually like this one a lot, but the Fluval planted. Now this one is Bluetooth, so this one does have some benefits to it. You can see that this is 6500K, and remember that number. But again, it's a $160 light. Now, if you have one tank, okay, it could be worth investing in that light. Now here, I'll show you. So that Fluval light, this is what it looks like out of the box. We actually use this for our CO2 tank. It's a very nice light. I can control it all by my phone, and you can see that it does help with color and all that. But let's say that you're on a budget and you're trying to save money, which again, you know, when I set up this store, could you imagine if I spent $160 on every single tank here? I'd go broke just buying lights. Now, a way to save money is to think about what is something else that produces high spectrum or high lums and does the job. That is none other than shop lights. Now, the awesome thing about shop lights is you can connect them one to the other in a chain. That way, guess what? Yes, they don't have timer, or they don't have built-in timers like the Fluval products do, but guess what? For all of these lights, I need one timer. That is awesome. Now, let's talk about cost. Cost on a typical, oh, that's a different light, but that's because it was in the middle of the chain. But look, it's still connected in sync. What is the price of this? And why is that lid? Man, these lids, I just come up and I swear there's like a gremlin or something that comes in the middle of the night and just like sets them up just to screw with me. But what is the cost of one of these shop lights? Now, there are different types of shop lights. And so this is where, when I was saying, pay attention to the 6500 lums or the 6500K on here, that's an important role. Now, you could pick up shop lights like all those, and you notice that these are 3000 lums. Now, these ones in particular are not strong enough for aquariums. Will they light the tank? Sure. Do they promote growth? No. So I actually use these shop lights for my terrariums, and that they do actually benefit in the growth of terrarium plants. But we're talking about fish. So from what the research I've done and from just personally using them, everybody comes in and they're like, oh my God, your plants look absolutely amazing. What do you do? What lights do you use? I use a shop light. That's what I use. Now, a couple of things before we get into the details of this. Yes, you can see that there's rust on there, and that was back before these tanks had lids. But another thing too, we have found out that shop lights, when they're run on a regular basis, have a life expectancy of about 2 years, especially if they're exposed to water on a regular basis. But hey, if you're spending a low amount of money on a shop light versus 160, 200, 300 on a specialty light, guess which one I'm going to use? I'm going to use the shop lights. And I've done this, you know, even when this was all in my basement, I always use shop lights. Now, like I said, price comes down to how strong the light is. Now, you can get ones that are 1,500, 3,000, 45, 5,000, and 10,000. Now, 10,000, that is a big light. And you want to see what a 10,000 one looks like? I'll show you, because I have one. Now, it's off right now, but that's a 10,000. That's what that one looks like. I don't have any plants in here. That is actually to benefit just the fish and turtles. But let's get back into pricing. So, like I said, we have a $160, $180 specialty light versus a, guess what I paid for these? I paid 30 bucks for a 4-foot, you heard me right, 4-foot shop light. Now, and that is even when they weren't even on sale. If you watch the big box stores, the big hardware stores, these lights go on sale all the time, and you can buy them up in bulk. That's what I did. I actually cleaned out a few hardware stores when I set this store up. But I paid 30 bucks for 4-foot shop lights that have a 2-year life. And let's get back to the looms. These lights, each one of these lights is 5,000 looms. Now, I have run a myriad of tests to judge and see which number. So I'm trying to think of the actual wording here. Like whether 3,000 looms is enough, or 5,000, or 6,500, or 7,500, or what is the bare minimum. Now, bare minimum when you're running, let's say, a 20 or a 40-gallon tank. Let's do 40s. 40s still have shop lights, but you notice that these ones are a little different. These ones are 7,500 looms, and that's just because it's deeper. These ones right here are 5,000 looms for a 25. But I have done research where you can get down and it's only 3,500 looms, can do a 20-gallon tank and grow your plants just fine. Now, the higher the looms, the better you're going to keep coloration in your plants. Mind you, you still need to dose if you are talking about like red plants and stuff like that. But like, we have tiger lotuses down here. Move, Mr. Grummy. We have tiger lotuses down here. And they are still red. Still red. And those were actually grown because those were only balls when they came in. So, if you want to save money, and I know stores are going to hate me for saying this, but buy yourself a shop light. They're easier to maintain. Don't get me wrong. If you have a high-tech, high-specialty, high-planted, colorful, vibrant aquarium, then absolutely, I would do the jump and make the investment into a specialty light. But if you just have a run-of-the-mill 55-gallon, 75-gallon, 40, and you just have fish and normal plants in there, and you just want to let it all go crazy, buy yourself a shop light. You will save yourself so much money. Like I said, 30 bucks for a 4-foot LED shop light. And it connects to all of them. So, hope you enjoyed this tip today. Let me know your thoughts. Have you ever gotten a great bargain, or what kind of lights do you guys use? Let me know down in the comments. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to stick around because Tuesday we have a great video in store. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share with your friends, families, and we are adding a bunch of stuff in the description, so make sure to check out that. And as always, guys, stay beautiful, and we will see you next time.